So we've been talking a lot about natural resources. We've said that natural resources are things like water, air. Oh, what else did we say? Help me out. Yes, plants and animals and rocks and soil are also natural resources. So I want you to tell me, what are the different ways that we can use soil or dirt, which is on this page right here? What are the different ways that we can make soil or dirt? Soil or dirt? What are the different ways? So maybe you said you can plant a garden using soil. You can also play in the dirt too, but that doesn't really help us use our natural resources. So we're also going to be reading about some certain thing that we also can use soil for that Miss Sparks did not know that we could use soil for. So if you would like, turn to page 204, 205 in your science book. So know that this is what those two pages look like. And if it takes you a little bit longer, all you have to do is pause the video and then come back with us. So we are on page 204 to 205. If you have not found that page yet, just go ahead and pause the video and then join us once you've found your page. So we're going to go on a nonfiction text feature hunt because we have a lot of nonfiction text features in here, and we know that nonfiction is not fake, it is super real. So we see these two things. What are they? Those two things. Yes, they are headings. Headings, and they tell us what we're about to read. They give us a little clue. So we know that we're going to be learning about rocks, and we have soil. Point to a photograph on one of these pages. Point to a photograph. There are actually 3 photographs on this page. So Miss Sparks is going to point to this photograph because it has that special thing that they are best friends, and that caption. So the caption are the words that goes along with the photograph. It explains the photograph a little bit more. So my photograph right here, I'm like, oh, I don't know what this is. House made from rocks. Oh, that makes sense because we're talking about rocks. Point to one keyword on either page. On either page. So there are 2 keywords. So there are 2 keywords. We have rock and soil. So we know that we can go back into the back of the book called the glossary, and we can look up what those words mean. But sometimes, and most of the time, they're going to define or give us the meaning of the word in the text. So let's read. Rocks are a natural resource. We already knew that. A rock is a hard, non-living object from the ground. Oh, see, it just defined it for me, so I don't need to go back into the glossary. We use rocks to build things. Okay, so that makes sense of why the author included this photograph right here. We use rocks to build things, and that's what they're showing us down here. Super smart. So we have soil. Remember, we're listening to see how we can use soil besides growing plants. Soil is a natural resource too. Soil is a top layer of earth. Perfect. We don't have to go into the back of the book either to the glossary. We use soil to grow plants. We already knew that. We can also use it to make things. Okay, this is where it's going to get interesting. We can use bricks for buildings. I did not know that we could make soil into and create books or bricks from that. Oh, raise your hand if you knew that. I did not know that, so I will not be raising my hand. So what is this boy doing down here in the corner? What is he doing? Looking at your page. What is he doing? How is he using the soil? How is he using the soil? Say it out loud. How is he using that soil? Right, he's growing plants. Now, we're not sure what kind of plants, but maybe it's a tomato plant or a pepper plant, or I know a lot of you don't like cucumbers, but maybe a cucumber plant. So that is how he is using soil. So when you go onto your Jamboard, what you're going to do, you're going to answer the question, I use soil, or you're going to complete the sentence stem, I use soil. So you're going to tell me how you use soil, especially as a natural resource. So remember, soil is the top layer of earth. It's dirt, really. That's what it is. So you're going to go to your Jamboard, and on there you're going to use the text there, not the Post-it, because it just doesn't create the long line of text that is there. So using the text box to write your answer in. So there is the sentence stem, I use soil, and then you are going to complete that sentence stem. So I cannot wait to see how many different ways that we all use soil.